Hi, welcome to another eJennSolutions podcast series. And if you are watching either YouTube or on your favorite podcast platform, just wanted to say thank you for checking in, for subscribing, and for liking our content. I'm really excited about who we have today. We have Xenia Mateiu. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Yay! I did. It was like, oh, I'm getting better. Xenia Mateiu from Village Rock Shop in Carlsbad, California. And I'm really excited to have her on the show today because she has very successfully used Instagram to really build up her business. And it's a brick and mortar business as well as an online e-commerce store. So I'm really anxious for all of you to hear her and hear her story. And we're going to learn a little bit more about her and about her products as well. So thank you so much for coming on board. And tell me, I gave a brief overview, but tell me a little bit more about how your business started.
Thank you so much for having me, Jen. I'm really excited to be here because my business has I feel that it's been a short amount of time, 2.5 years.
Yeah, you were saying that. I was a little shocked when you wrote down because everything you have done is just beautifully laid out, Instagram, everything. So kudos to you.
Thank you. I feel that it's been a lot of work, but in 2.5 years, we've grown it so much that it's sustainable. It's sustaining, our brick and mortar. It's sustaining on our online team. And without a team, I couldn't do it all on my own.
Yeah.
And it's really nice to have people that you can rely on and they can support you when you need that support. So while I am the face of the business, I have a team behind me, an online team, and also for the brick and mortar, I've pretty much now kind of started having a team as well.
How was that process of picking a team? Was that difficult for you, or did that go rather smoothly?
No, that was very difficult.
Yeah.
It was difficult because sometimes you want things done a specific way. So you have to find the right people, but also still be open to if there's a better way or a more efficient way of working or doing things. You still have to stay open and make sure you're, hearing everyone. You're not missing something that could actually be helping your business.
Right.
I like talking a lot with other business owners. They usually have a lot of good insight because they have tried a lot of things that didn't work and a lot of things that did work for them.
Right.
It's really nice to brainstorm with other business owners. So I like that part a lot. But I feel like my team that's here every day and they see the clients, they see what the needs are, they see where we need to work on things. That's important too.
Yeah, definitely. So I see you have some beautiful dream catchers behind you, and I just have to show everyone. So if you're listening on the podcast, you're not going to be able to see this, but I got what you have on the back wall is a beautiful beach wave dream catcher. It is stunning, I just have to say. So thank you very much. This is absolutely beautiful. It's just one of the many products that you guys have. So I just have to showcase that before we get
Thank you. I feel that it's one of the most unique and one of the most popular items we have.
Yeah, I've never, again, I'm not, shopping for dream catchers 24/7, but I've never seen crystals put into a dream catcher like this before. So that was, for me, that was the piece. Of course, the beach theme being in Florida was
Thank you.
beautiful.
Yes, even people that are tourists here in our town, they love it because we're in a beach town, they're going to have something to remember. So it's a really popular.
So I'm sorry, we sidestepped there a little bit, but knowing that piece, I'm assuming that this is kind of a helpful piece for your Instagram strategy that you created.
It is having unique items on Instagram because so many people sell on Instagram right now. And sometimes they only have an Instagram business and that's awesome and they focus on that. But we have so many different things. We have our brick and mortar, we have our e-commerce, we have the Instagram. So for us, it's just a part of the business. So I feel that we need to what was successful for us is having unique content and
Yeah.
also doing it our own way.
Yeah. Talk about that. Like what, did you listen to what other people told you to do? Or it sounds like you kind of had your own strategy for that.
You know, when I started the brick and mortar, that's when I opened the Instagram account.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't have an Instagram account before that, before 2.5 years ago.
Really? So you did a
Yes.
great job.
Thank you. And I saw how other people were doing it, getting a lot of followers, but not really customers. So the numbers
There is a big difference with that.
So I kind of saw that, and I was thinking, you know, I want to grow it organically.
Right.
And I want to make, even as much as possible, personal relationships with people, even on Instagram. We messaged a lot, private messaged a lot with people about our products before we figured out even the little click button there where they can shop and they can, you know, that was a big deal for us too, which pretty much happened towards the end of COVID. So that was a long time.
Yeah.
But before that, people would private message us, and it was great because we were just right on top of it. We would just message them back with what they needed. We could send them just a payment method and ship out products.
Right.
So it worked for us really well because we could get back to people. And I don't feel I have a lot of followers, but the ones I do are people, are not just numbers. They're people.
Right.
And they're our customers. They're there because they found us somehow. They were searching for specific products that we had. And that's more valuable to me than just a big number when you look at someone's page.
Yep. Very smart. No, that's very smart. No, it is, because not a lot of people understand that. You can have a large following, get lots of impressions and, you know, even comments or likes, but that doesn't translate to sales necessarily. So building a community and having people that, you know, as you said, your customers, you probably know, you know, past purchases from them, having that knowledge is really what is going to keep those people loyal to you, loyal customers. So
Yes.
Perfect. So when you were doing Instagram, are you doing your own pictures? Did you hire someone or to mix? Like what was your plan with that?
I did not hire anyone for pictures or Instagram or the content because my degree is in photography.
Well, there you go.
So
because that's why they're well done.
That's why they look good. Yes. My strength was in product, but I had that background. So it helped. I feel like it helped me a lot. And I had something over other people that are just starting and they don't have a degree in photography. So at least it was easy for me to take the pictures, you know, edit them quickly, and just get them out there. Otherwise, the expense of hiring a photographer for products that always change would be so high.
Yeah. Nope, I agree. What is one tip that you might want to pass on to someone who can't do that, hire the photographer, but is kind of challenged with creating images specifically for Instagram? You know, is it better to be minimalist? Is it better to have lots of things going on? Like, do you have one tip that you can give them, maybe just for their phone use for their product? Because that's typically what a lot of them will be using.
For their phone,
Yeah.
I think having good backgrounds is so important, but also having that space, because it has to be away. The background has to be away from the product for you to get that beautiful, like soft background there. So just have a little extra space and just be away, have a beautiful background. But if you're selling product, you do have to focus on that item rather than having a lot going on. But also once in a while, you want to take a picture of that product in it being used, or it's in an environment, and that's when you can have more things going on. It's if you always do the environmental ones, it's easy to get lost
Yeah.
and not have that focus. So if you're selling products, I would say, yes, keep it minimal, keep it beautiful in the background. There's lots of, if you always combine greens and blues, that's a very harmonious color to the eye.
Oh,
So I always incorporate that. You can always do the sky. It's so easy,
right.
or you can always just do a plain white background with plants in the background. But greens and blues, yes.
Wow. Wow. I like that.
Yeah.
Greens and blues for photography. So, so tell us a little bit more. I'm really curious. So I know that the photography is in your background, and obviously that helped you with your Instagram. But as a business owner, did you feel, excuse me, my voice, did you feel, was this fun for you, or did you feel like this was work? I'm always just curious how people manage that process.
Work, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the products a lot. Um, my customers a lot. It's an easier business than other things that I would say, would be really heavy on the mind. Um, the photography was easy, so that wasn't like a lot of work, but it is time consuming. So,
Yeah.
and I feel like any business is going to be. I enjoy the Instagram a lot. Sometimes I do it fast because I have other things going on. So I'll just go on there, post, get my products out, and then move on to other things. And sometimes I like spending time on there and giving people a little more of the research part for
Yeah.
certain things. So if I'm posting, a meteorite that comes from a specific area, or I want to give them like more background information, when that happened, how that process is. And I do that sometimes, and it gives people a little more information.
A little bit more of a storytelling and a little bit more of a value about a certain product, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you find those posts do better for you than the ones where you're really quick and just putting out a picture?
No.
No, really?
Yes. It's only, I feel I have different customers.
Oh,
So the
okay.
ones that are collectors are going to go for those posts.
That makes sense. The ones with the history and the ones with the background, that would make
Yes.
sense.
Or the ones that more look into the geology part of the stones. And those so I need that good mix. And
Yeah.
honestly, I do it for myself. I like it too.
Yeah.
My brain once in a while wants more information. And then sometimes I just want it simple and easy. I like the way this makes me feel. And that's enough, for that day.
Yeah. No, I can imagine that. So do you just solely use Instagram, or are you using other platforms? Have you tried anything else?
I haven't had time for anything else.
No, that's a 100% good answer.
And
So, and you were focused on one platform where you could devote your
yes,
time, and that worked for you. So why fix what isn't broken at this point?
that and Instagram worked.
Yeah.
If it didn't work, I would have moved on.
Yeah.
Because from a business point of view, I can't put my time into something that's not working. Well, I'm going to try it, and it might take months for me to figure out, okay, it's not working. I've given
Yeah.
it enough time at this point, or a year, or whatever, and it hasn't worked. Then I try something else.
Right.
But Instagram has worked so well for us, especially last year. Last year, Instagram supported our brick and mortar rent.
Yeah.
So
That, I
that was
mean, and you're in California, so that's saying something.
yes, yes. I mean, the thing was also I only had during that year I had time just for Instagram.
Ah, that makes
And I
sense
mean,
because you didn't have people coming into the store, so now it was truly all online. Yeah.
but there's so much got to learn how much value there was in it. So if
Yeah.
I have the time for it to build both the brick and mortar, the website, and Instagram at the same time, it will grow my business a lot.
Yeah.
So right now I am making some decisions to be able to focus on all of it. bringing more people in, expanding the store, but also having an office away where I can focus
On
a little more.
Instagram.
Yes.
Wow. That's interesting. So, this is a tough question because, of course, the pandemic made it so much different. So I don't even know if you can answer this. Would you say the foot traffic in a normal world and Instagram were about equal as far as what was coming in, or would you say it's one is more than the other? Again, I don't know if you can answer because of the pandemic, but
during last year or in the present?
just in general, I would say in a normal world. So let's not talk about the,
Well, there is more opportunity on Instagram
there
than
is.
there is in foot traffic.
Well, because you have more of a national landscape versus that local business, I would assume.
Yes.
Yeah.
And people are looking specifically for what I'm selling there. So if I have the right hashtags and keywords, they will find me. Sometimes in the stores, people will search for me, Google for me, and come in. But sometimes it's just people that walk by.
Yeah.
Which doesn't always translate into customers,
No.
But I feel like there's more focus on Instagram. If anyone has just an Instagram business and they can just focus solely on that, I think they should be able to do really well as long as they have a unique product and they have their own way of doing things and advertising for it. There's going to be a lot of trial and error, but if they do it their own
photography classes to take.
Yes, even a basic class would be great.
No, I would imagine.
Having a camera is really helpful though.
Yeah, I know. It makes such a big difference. So what type of camera do you use or do you recommend?
I have an older DSLR,
Okay.
but the lenses count a lot. So if you can take an f1.8, f2.0 fixed lens, 50 millimeters, 85 millimeters. If you have small products, you take the 50 millimeter one because it will focus on a small area.
Oh.
But the f-stop is what actually gives you the nice
crisp look.
Crisp look in front, and then it's a nice faded off background.
Great. Yeah. Yep. You got that whole thing because that went over my head. But someone who's listening is like, oh, I know what she's talking about.
Yes, the lenses count a lot. So sometimes you buy a camera and it comes with the lens. That one's not the one you want.
Gotcha. Yeah. My brother's a wedding photographer, so you would think that I would have picked some. No, I just like, does the picture look good? Great.
Well, he's the one with the job.
He's the one. Yeah, exactly. So we'll just let him take care of that. But no, that's awesome. So so from what I'm hearing, Instagram is going to be a part of your business strategy moving forward, no matter what happens and what you choose to do. Correct?
Correct.
Yeah. So any advice? Before we're going to show everyone, so we're going to talk about it, but I'm going to show everyone your website here.
I think for product, what's helped me a lot is actually telling people the prices when I post. I see a lot of people not including prices and just private message. And I feel like that takes a lot of time, if I did it that way, it would take a lot of time for me to just get back to people, private message. But it's helped me a lot to include the pricing. That way people know how much it is. They're not expecting a huge amount, or if they don't know, they can't even, how do they know if they can afford it?
Right. And I would assume too, that helps separate people. So if they are reaching out to you after the price is posted, it's a little bit more of a easier close and a sale than it is if you're always answering those questions.
Yes. Yeah. Sometimes they'll still message me about exactly, hey, can you send me a picture that has, so I can tell what the size is, even though I put the size in there. People sometimes don't take a measuring tape out, you know?
Right.
But it's helped me a lot. And sometimes they don't even message me. They just go straight to my website. They know I have that product, and it's fast.
Yeah.
So making it fast for people and available was really important.
It's
Easy.
what, yep. I was just gonna say it's one of the biggest things. Make it easy for me. Just however, don't put a consumer or customer through loops and tons of clicks. It has to be an easy process.
Yes.
100%. So here, for those that are listening in, we are at the villagerockshop.com website. And it's so cute. And I love that you have the inside of your store as the front banner picture with all of your crafts, with your dream catchers. It looks like you have driftwood uh, wreaths, right? Am I
Yes.
saying that right, in the back? So you have a ton of products, and you have a lot of products just put into categories with prices, I might add, all on your website. So you have candles, you have sage and incense, and then small crystals. And you wanted to talk about, I'm going to say this wrong, is it Shungite?
Shungite.
Shungite. Okay, can you explain that to those of us who don't understand, and tell us a little bit why this is so special for you?
So not a lot of people know about it. Even if they are into crystals, even if they're collectors, a lot of people don't know about Shungite. And that's why I wanted to talk about this, because it's very hard to source. A lot of people don't know enough about it when they're sourcing it. So then they're selling it, but they still can't explain to people what it is. So it's a mineral, but it's the only mineral that's scientifically researched. And it has been since the 80s or 90s when they discovered it. So it's the only one that's scientifically proven to help against like EMF radiation that comes from computers and electronics. And the science is behind it. So anyone that Googles Shungite, scientific articles, you everything will pop up there, of what has been done so far. And right now they're also testing for water purification. And if that
Oh,
goes well, they could be, using it in so many different products. So this comes only from one small little town in Russia, and that's where the only deposit is.
oh, wow.
So it is very hard to source. Also, the quality of it matters a lot. The content of carbon that's in it matters a lot. So when people sell it, they need to be able to talk to people about if they're actually using it for EMF radiation, then they need the best quality with the most carbon content. So for us, this has been, I feel like last year there was months when people stayed home and they actually started researching things. So there was a few months on our website when that's always sold.
Really?
Yes, it was quite incredible because for us it wasn't new. We've worked with Shungite for about 6 years now.
Okay.
Even though the store has only been open for 2.5, we've been working with it and trying to get it out there.
Right.
And and at one point, it's somehow it just took off, and now it's something that we can offer to people that not a lot of other stores can, that sell the same item as us, crystals and um, so we have something that's kind of special, and we always try to market it and get it out there. But mostly people will just kind of go and do the research on their own, and then we'll see them back.
Yeah. So, for those that are listening versus watching us on the video, yeah, it's all price ranges. So it looks like it starts from $10, and I think I saw 250 for the sphere.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
beautiful, by the way. I love
Thank you.
that.
They
So,
they
yeah,
go
that's beautiful.
they pretty much go by size, and then also how much work it takes actually into making a sphere rather than smaller items.
Right. And you have one here that's a bowl. So as you said, it's good for home decor. It's good to purify water. Oh, it vitalizes the water for plants too. I never thought about that.
Yeah.
So I'm a plant person. So that would be amazing to put the water in there to kind of help out too. I love it. And then, so explain just for those of us that don't know, a phone tab and a protection bracelet. Like, how would you just explain those
So
to
the phone
someone?
tabs are easy. You just put them on the back of your phone and it absorbs the radiation.
Okay.
Um, right now, because it's better, you know how to actually talk on the phone in the earbuds rather than holding it to your head.
Yes.
Um, but this will actually give you a little more protection, because when you put it in your pocket, you know, when you have the Wi-Fi on, there's radiation that comes from, you know, electronics. So the phone tab actually covers about 2 feet around you, or 2 feet around the phone.
Oh, okay. So
Yes.
I see you in the picture here, you have it on the actual phone, which is really
Mhm.
great because you can see the size. Can people put it in between the phone and maybe a case? And so it's in there. Is
Yes.
that what it's intended for? Okay.
Actually, that does better, because then your back is smooth. Sometimes you don't want it to get caught, you know, and you
Yeah.
end up losing it. So mine is right between the phone and the phone case, and I don't even think about it. It's just
Yeah.
there all the time.
Yep, that would make sense. And you order it directly from a Russian mine, according to
Yes,
this.
that
That's
is correct.
awesome. And I noticed too, just FYI, anyone out there, that you do offer free shipping over $50,
Yes,
correct? Yeah.
yes.
So this is amazing. What would someone use the raw um, form for?
So the raw, some people just prefer raw because they keep it in their pockets. They put it around, you know, they'll put it on their microwave, they'll put it on their router or around their TV and computer. So they just leave it there. But the elite raw, the shinier pieces are the ones that are higher in content. So in carbon content. So
Okay.
it's the best quality you can find.
Wonderful. And I love the picture for those that can't see, but the hands in this are all black and dirty, like it's been just picked up from the ground.
That's actually
Is
my
it? But I like that. It's awesome.
It's so funny because people ask me about this picture. Like sometimes they private message me on Instagram and they say, "Hey, is this a stock image?" And I'm like, "No, no, it is. It's mine."
See, that picture's creating some stories already.
But I think people will find, you know, it's funny because when you handle shungite, it does the little black particles come off, and it's
Okay.
non-toxic. It actually, if you wash your hands with it, it's very clean. So it will make your hands very like squeaky clean. So I love opening the boxes because it's my hands will be all dirty. It's so much fun. If you go through my Instagram, you will
Huh.
see like more pictures of me just with my hands, that my dirty hands, and it's so much
Just
fun. It's
opened up
the
another box.
Yeah, and it's the cleanest dirt you could do.
That's the cleanest dirt. Is that what
Yeah,
you said?
yes.
It's the cleanest dirt you can own.
Yeah, yeah.
That's funny. Well, thank you very much. This has been really enjoyable. And again, I love your little store. So when I'm out in California, I'm gonna have to make sure to stop by if I'm in the area. Um,
Thank you. I hope people found some valuable advice, or maybe things they can try that might work for them as well. So thank you for this. This was a lot of fun.
yeah. And again, you can go to villagerockshop.com for Xenia's gifts and her, okay, am I saying this right? Shungite? Did I say that? Shung,
Shanghai?
yes, did I say that? Shungite. And tons of other things that we didn't even go into, like the pet charms and all of that. And I can 100% see how your pictures on Instagram, because these are such unusual pieces, would stand out. And I think that as well as something that you have going for you too. So congratulations on your store. Congratulations on having a business and going through the pandemic successfully with it.
Thank you.
All
Thank you
right.
so much.
Yeah. Thank you so much for being on the show. I hope to see you again. And for those of you listening, we love subscribers. Thank you for subscribing. And we will see you on the next podcast or YouTube video. Bye.
Bye.